Evan, I could probably just keep talking to you like for so long, but I don't want to make this too long. I just feel like there's something about you that words can't really describe. I think you probably do care about others being treated bad when they don't deserve it. I think you probably do want like a friendship where both of you would care about each other and just really cute and like that feeling you get in your heart, in your soul, like something magic, or something invisible. Be optimistic. Life is too short to be constantly worried or pessimistic or just not being nice and good. Life is too short to care about stupid things. What really makes me happiest is trying to help others and feeling like others care about me for me, not just using my body. I don't want to die yet, but I think sometimes it's worth dying. I don't even care that much. I don't really want to be locked up necessarily, but I try to avoid to stay out of that trouble stuff. I try to just have a nice peaceful life while trying to help others at the same time. I don't know what to do exactly all the time, but I just know that I should try and just try anyways, even when I don't know what to do. Sometimes I'm scared of taking risks, but that's why I usually don't try to do anything really risky now, because I still want to live for a while preferably, but I just gotta, like, every day there's new problems, and these problems I just feel like I just have to try to make myself feel better. And but at the same time I also want to like have friends and just like a nice happy life. It would be so nice if everyone would just be nice, but new problems come. People try to victimize me sometimes, or just victimize other people, or just basically almost everyone gets victimized, or people try to victimize them. You just have to keep constantly, there's just all these problems that just constantly so many things are just really bad, and I chose to actually look at reality and try to like make it better, where a lot of people, they just want to watch Kim Kardashian and just drink beer, watch football, and just pretend like all the bad stuff isn't happening, just ignore it. But we are powerful, we can do something to make it better, and it can also make our lives better if we try to help innocent victims from being treated bad, because if they would do it to them, why wouldn't they do it to you? So I think you probably think that it's good for people to try to make things better and like help innocent people not be like raped or tortured and stuff, but we could die tomorrow. Animals and humans have equal rights. Hypocrisy is wrong. There's so many bad people in the world, but we shouldn't just let them suppress us. A lot of them belong in jail, but they're free because they're too powerful, but they should not be allowed. We shouldn't just be their slave. I think about you a lot. You like seem really great in a lot of ways. You're one of my favorite non-vegans, if you're non-vegan. How do you want your life to be if it could be any way you want it to be? And what would you want to do with your life if you could do anything with it? You should be happier. I feel like you want something that's really nice and unfortunately too rare, that a lot of relationships don't have, because the individuals are too much of hypocrites. But I think you seem to be more honest than a lot of people. Like, all the anger and sadness I have about all the bad people, I just want to make the bad things that people do to other people. I don't want them to do that. Like, when they treat people bad, it just motivates me to want to try to, like, I mean, when they torture people, like, really bad. I don't just, like, want to be like a slave, just scared of them and obey them and stuff. I just want to stop them. And it's worth dying for. It's worth dying for. That's why if I can try to make things better without, like, doing anything really risky, then in the long term, it's a slow process, but convincing people works a lot of time with giving them information and educating them a better way. Actually, I think that's the best way, because if you just try to force them or whatever, that's not necessarily going to make them stop, or stop later when you're not looking. And it feels really good and rewarding when you know that you help convince somebody to be a better person. Can be really fun. And it's just kind of part of self-preservation and survival. If you want to live a free, happy life, then free, happy, healthy life, then it's just unfortunately part of this life is just trying to stop bad people from doing bad things. Because if you don't, they just, like, take over, like cancer, or, like, I don't know. I just feel like I have to do something about all the problems. I can't just, because if I just leave them there and not do anything, then things just get worse. So if everybody just does a little bit, if everyone just simply eats a plant-based diet, and, they can have, like, mock meat that tastes like meat, that looks like meat, but it's made out of plants. That would just help solve so much if people would just simply do that, and it's really not hard. That's why that's one of the best things that can be done for all the world's problems. It's not just about the animals, it's not just about health, it's not just about the environment. It's also about saving huge amounts of resources and helping to reduce crime, human against human crime, and helping poverty and the poor people and humans and everything. So many things are just really messed up. I'm not doing all this just to, like me as much as I'm doing it to try to help you be a better person. Like, if you like me, that'd be nice, but that's not my main goal. I just want to make the world a better place, especially when they treat, like, people, animals that don't deserve it bad. I just want to stop them. But I don't necessarily want to go to jail or die yet. So basically, I've dedicated a lot of my life to trying to convince people to at least eat a plant-based diet and preferably go vegan. Hopefully you can just, like, understand better. Life is too short to not really try hard. I feel like you probably want to make the world a better place too. I feel like this is my world, our world. It's everyone's world, but I just can't just stand back and not stand up for the innocent victims. They shouldn't be allowed to do that. We as a society really shouldn't be letting this stuff go on without at least saying something, and without at least bringing it to the attention of society, not just let people just cover it up and just pretend like it's not happening. For humans and animals that are victimized. We should just try anyways, not be pessimistic. Even if it's not likely to happen, we should just try anyways. We should just try to make world peace anyways. I think just being a good example for others to copy is just one of the best ways that we can try to make things better, be the change you want to see in the world. Sometimes I just wish you would agree with me that you don't think animals should be treated so bad. It's better to do what's right, even if you're the only one doing what's right and everyone else is doing what's wrong. But you don't even have to worry too much about that, because a lot of people will probably support you if you were doing good things and you're not the only one. If you try enough, you really can see results. It just takes a lot of time and just repeating. I wish I could convince everyone, but it's still their choice. I feel kind of emotionally attached to you. If I was really rich, I'd probably come over if you wanted me to, but I have things so easy compared to most people in the world, probably. Like I already said before, I don't know, like, if I come all the way over to wait to spend that money or to get over there, if it would be like, if you would even, or how things would go, I don't know. I just have like this nagging feeling in my heart or something about all the problems, like do something about it. But when I express that and try to like just spread the word or tell people, that's what I'm trying to think, how am I gonna do it? I don't know, but I just gotta try to do something. That's why it's often a slow process, but just repeating and trying to just convince a bunch of people. Being a good example and trying to convince other people to be good and treat others nice and stuff, that can actually work. For those who are willing to be convinced, and a lot of people are. I imagine me and you just going around trying to convince people to be vegan. That would be so nice. And we can just stay happy and positive, and if someone's mean or something, we just don't let that get us down. I hope you understand and want to help. I pray that everyone who wants to help will be okay. I pray that things will get better. I don't want to feel like I'm silenced either. We should just be able to say whatever we want and not worry about it. It's good to think what's actually best to make world peace, what's actually best, like going to jail for a little while isn't that big of a deal. Like Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks. The lengths some people will go to try to suppress speech. I just want to at least get the information out there good enough so people know what to do for how to try to make world peace according to the best way that I know how so far. It's kind of like I have like thinking of screaming like do something about it, because animals are being tortured, and if you try to help humans too, humans get tortured and abused and stuff, but the government is so corrupt that if you try to do something, sometimes you're the one who ends up getting in trouble. Everything is risky. Like, if I was living next to you, us just being like normal friends, if you be vegan, or just even not affected, if we could at least just like talk about it and stuff, watch videos together and stuff, that seems like it'd be cool. But that's why I was just thinking, like, what am I gonna do? Like, what can I really do? Be a voice for the animals.